Chapter 9.
Chapter 9?
Yep.
Okay.
Welcome to Rambam. We continue the laws of Meiser tithing. Now we're going to do chapter 9 today, not the first chapter of the day, because it's got to do with Neta Ravoy, fourth year of planting. The first 3 years when you plant a tree, you're not allowed to have benefit from it. The fourth year, as we're going to learn, you take the fruits thereof up to Jerusalem. And just like the second tithe you take up to Jerusalem. So this has the same law as the second tithing. Second tithing is a regular produce. First, on the 7-year cycle of the sabbatical 7-year cycle, first and second year, fourth and fifth years, the third and sixth years are given tithes to the poor. And the seventh year, of course, is a sabbatical year, which is the land is fallow and it's ownerless. So here we're talking about now fourth year fruit produce. Okay? Chapter 9, first halacha. The produce of the fourth year, Neter Ravoy, is holy. It says, and in its fourth year, all the produce shall be holy, consecrated unto God. The law applying to it is that it must be eaten in Jerusalem by its owners. So holy sometimes means you have to give it to the Kohen, right? No, here it's holy for you, just as the second tithe is holy for you and you have to eat in Jerusalem. So likewise here, the fourth year of the fruits belongs to the owners, has to be eaten in Jerusalem the same way the second tithe. Just as the laws of second tithe do not apply in Syria, so to the laws of Neta Ravoy do not apply in Syria. With regard to Neta Ravoy, it says in the verse, and a person's consecrated property shall be this. For there is no other consecrated property about which the Torah does not inform to you to whom it should be given, the exception of Neta Ravoy. The person's consecrated shall be his. Second, see the note over here. Okay. So a person who desires to redeem Neta Ravoy should redeem it in the same manner in which he redeems produce of the second tithe, right? Remember, you're living far away from Jerusalem, and to bring the fruits to Jerusalem might be very difficult. So then you redeem it on money, and then you take the money to Jerusalem, and outside of the city, you purchase things there, and then you bring it and celebrate there. So if he redeems it for its own, for his own self, he must add a fifth to the value. Same idea with Meiser Sheni. If he did not redeem until it reaches the phase of tithing, as implied, to increase the produce for you, these laws do not apply until the crops have become produce. He may not be redeemed, until they become produce. In other words, on the tree you can't do it. Or development of the savor there, the produce itself has begun to form. Not to remind you, redeem while it is attached to the ground, as the law with regard to the second tithe, same idea. And it is the property of the Most High as the second tithe, right? Belongs to God. Therefore, cannot be acquired when given as a present, unless it was given when it was not yet ripe. Now, this before you were obligated to use it as netaravoy, right? Which means it has to be ripe. That's when you're obliged. If you gave it as a gift before that, that's okay, but not once there's an obligation. Yeah. With regard to other matters, eating, drinking, and redemption, the laws that apply to it are those applying to the second tie. So, yeah. When a person redeems a vineyard in its fourth year of growth, he may redeem it as grapes, or he may redeem it as wine. Similarly, olives, he may redeem it as fruit or as oil. Other fruits, by contrast, may only be redeemed in their natural state. Makes sense. The laws of shicha, peya, peretz, and oilus do not apply to the vineyard that is in its fourth year. Right? Remember, peya means the corners of your field. Shicha, what you forgot, and when you were harvesting. Peret, oilus, for the shape of the grape, or one grape that fell down. Right? Individual grapes. They're meant for the poor, and you can't partake of it. But when it comes to the fourth year of a tree, these laws don't apply.
What?
In other words, you don't have to leave for the poor.
The fourth year.
The fourth year of a planting, not the fourth year of the cycle. Right? Not the fourth year of the 7-year cycle, right? That's not what it means. It means whenever you planted your tree, right? You could have planted your tree in the third year of the cycle. You could have planted your tree, in the 6th year of the cycle.
Fourth year of the tree.
It's the 4th year of the tree, not of the cycle, exactly.
What happens before?
It's just that's not the fields. Fields have to, this is only the 4th year of that particular planting. Right? Not everything else you have to do. You have to give to the poor.
Okay, so there's not over. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nor should truma and the tithes be separated from it, as they are separated from the second tithe. Instead, it should be brought to Jerusalem in its entirety or redeemed, and the money taken to Jerusalem and used for food there like the second tithe. So not even what you give to the Kohen, and right? Not from the 4th year. Remember, the first 3 years of that tree that you planted, you did not have any benefit from it at all, right? First 3 years. The 4th year, you can't have any personal benefit because it doesn't belong to you. I mean, personal benefit in the sense that you could choose what to do with it. It's holy, it's consecrated on high. So now it's consecrated. So that consecration means you can't give it even as a gift to the Kohen or to the Levite, nothing. Or to the poor, because it belongs to God. It belongs to God in that you have to take it as is or redeem it on money and take that money now and go up to Jerusalem and celebrate. Okay? Our sages ordained the grapes from the vineyard in the 4th year of a radius, 5. Have a radius of 1 day journey from Jerusalem, should be brought there to embellish the marketplace of Jerusalem with fruit. So if you have grapes and you're a 1 day trip, you should bring grapes. Don't redeem it for money, because grapes embellish the marketplace. See the note over here. Ooh. Uh-huh. Since most people with grapes, what they did was make wine. So there wasn't that much grapes that were brought up to the Holy Temple. So the sages said, in order, this is not a biblical law, it's a rabbinic law. The sages then, declared that if you live in 1 day radius, bring the fruit itself, so it'll enhance the experience for everyone. Okay, after the temple was destroyed, it may be redeemed even directly outside the city walls. Other types of properties may be redeemed even directly outside the city walls, even during the time of the temple was standing. Okay, how is Neta Rabbi redeemed? One should evaluate the size of the basket of fruit through the agency of three men who estimate how much produce would a person want for a sela that he would pay for this fruit when it is considered that in addition he would have to pay the cost of watchmen, donkey drivers, and workers.
Network value.
After the rate is established, should place down the money and say the holiness of these of the produce gathered from this orchard is transferred to this money. Estimate how many baskets worth of sela the field contains.
That's net value.
Yeah. In sabbatical year, he should redeem the field for its worth. For in that year, there is no watchman or workers to pay, right? Because it doesn't belong to anybody. If the orchard was declared ownerless, all that is necessary is to deduct the wages for gathering it. Okay, I have to stop here. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Rabbi.
God bless.
Thank you.
God bless you all.